What is up there, Reject Nation? We are there to watch Gravity Falls today. Episode 4 of Season 1. Hey, if you could hit that like button, that'd be cool. Subscribe and click the notification bell to get notified of our reaction for the next one. We got Christmas coming, so we might miss next week's depending on how the schedule's looking. Just as a little heads up. Thanks to the boys at Prepper for helping set down these highlights. I also would like to say thank you to all who joined our Patreon page and become, how'd you call it, John?
Super Rejects?
Super Rejects.
Super Rejects, there you go.
Cover a bunch of shows over there as well. Same tier, you get the option for reaction, highlights, and watch-alongs included. Ready to watch this now.
For tonight's final illusion, we have the incredible Sack of Mystery. When you put your money in, it mysteriously disappears.
Oh, of course.
That makes perfect sense. What a nice man.
Gotta try that.
Are you completely miserable?
Yes!
Then you need to meet Gideon. He's a psychic. So don't waste your time with other so-called men of mystery.
Oh no.
Oh.
At Gideon's tent of telepathy. Void where prohibited, no CODs accepted. Carl, I've always loved you, but I've never had the guts to say it.
Ever since that monster Gideon rolled into town, I've had nothing but trouble. Gideon.
Love a good silly rivalry.
It's allowed under that Gideon's roof.
Do tents have roofs?
I think we just found our loophole. Literally. Womp womp!
So come down soon,
Is that a
folks.
the more you
Gideon
know
is
sweater?
expecting you.
I missed the line of... You were talking over important line of dialogue.
I'm gonna miss out on the entire mythos of the show now.
You're the master of talking over important lines of dialogue.
I'm gonna not react at all for the rest of this. I'm just gonna
You make it
listen
harder to edit this.
intently.
Did I say don't react? I said don't talk over important lines of dialogue.
Yeah, I know. I'm just overcompensating now.
You gotta learn to listen.
Step right up there, folks. Put your money in Gideon's psychic sack. Only one thin dime down here.
That makes perfect sense.
I'm doing John things are talking.
My favorite kind of reaction.
Hello, America. My name is Li'l Gideon.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
I predict you will soon all say, "Aww." I can see what others can't see. It ain't some sideshow trick, it's an innate ability.
Oh, no.
I'll read your mind if I'm able. Something tells me your name, Mabel.
How'd he do that?
Thank you! You people are the real miracles.
Woo! Yeah!
At the end of the show?
That's it?
And did you see his hair? It was like whoosh!
You're too easily impressed.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's got a crush.
He's 3 tall men in a suit.
When I saw you in the audience, I said to myself, now there's a kindred spirit. Someone who appreciates sparkly things in life.
That's totally me!
Enchanting. I don't know how a lemon so sour could be related to a peach so sweet.
Gideon!
Oh, my.
Wowza.
Mabel, I don't trust anyone whose hair is bigger than their head.
Oh, leave him alone. You never want to do girly stuff with me. You and Sis get to do boy stuff all the time.
What do you mean?
Hey, dude, you ready to blow up these hot dogs in the microwave one by one?
One at a time.
Oh,
One at
dude.
a time.
I did that with a CD once. Don't try it.
Mabel, I've never felt this close with anyone. So close.
What's your game?
Will you do me the honor of going on a date with me?
A play date? A shopping date?
It'll just be one little old date. I swear my lucky bolo tie.
Okay, then. I guess.
Mabel Pines, you have made me the happiest boy in the world.
Are you sniffing my hair?
So he is a boy and not a man?
Well, people have a hard time saying no to me.
Ah, Mr. Gideon, the feet on the table. An excellent choice.
Everybody's talking about Gideon and Mabel's big date tonight.
What? That little shyster is dating my great niece?
I wonder what the new name will be for the power couple. Maberian? Gideable? Make it Bellion!
I told her not to.
Yeah, well, it ends tonight. I'm going right down to that little skunk's house.
Yeah, is he an adult?
That was the sense I got, but I guess not.
Out of the way, bud. I'm looking for Gideon.
Well, I haven't seen the boy around, but since you're here, you simply must come in for coffee.
Oh.
I hear your niece and my Gideon are, well, they're singing in harmony lately, so to speak.
Yeah, and I'm against it. Man.
I see it as a fantastic business opportunity. Yes, the Mystery Shack and the Tent of Telepathy. We've been at each other's throats for far too long. Let me get that. At each... This is our big chance to brush aside our rivalry and pool our collective profits, you see.
I'm listening.
Merge the families.
Mabel, Will, you accompany Gideon to Thursday.
Follow your nose.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to say,
I'm on the edge of my seat.
This is gonna be adorable.
If she says no, I'll die from sadness.
I can verify that that will indeed happen.
he asked me out again and I didn't know how to say no.
Like this. No.
It's not that easy, Dipper. And I do like Gideon as a friend / little sister.
Oh.
I just need to get things back to where they used to be. You know, friends.
Uh-oh. This will go well.
I mean, I'm always happy to hang out with a friend. Buddy, pal, chum, other word for friend.
Pal?
I already said pal, mate?
How about soulmate?
Wow.
Ooh.
Mabel, come on. It's not like you're gonna have to marry Gideon.
Great news, Mabel. You have to marry Gideon.
What?
It's all part of my long...
Team Gideon.
Plus, I got this shirt. Ugh, I am fat.
Love yourself, Uncle Stan.
We've got to talk. Mabel isn't joining you tonight. She doesn't want to see you anymore. She's kind of weirded out by you, no offense.
So what you're saying?
Oh,
Come between us.
no.
Freak out or anything, are you?
Too late.
Of course not. These things happen.
How did it go? Was he mad? Did he try to read your mind with his psychic powers?
Don't worry, Mabel. He's just a kid. He doesn't have any powers.
Okay, good. Confirmed.
You've just made the biggest mistake of your life.
Gideon Charles Gleeful.
I can buy and sell you, old man.
Whoa.
Fair enough.
I can buy and sell you, man.
Oh.
What have you done?
Hello?
Toby determined Gravity Falls gossiper.
Oh, hey, man. Sorry for accusing you of murder last week. 412 Gopher Road. Tonight? Got it.
There. Now it's time to pay your end of the bargain. Chandra Jimenez's phone number. Bless you, Li'l Gideon.
Creepers and Gravity Falls.
I told you she's not into you.
Liar! You turned her against me. She was my pink dumpling.
Are you okay, man?
You've broken up with guys, right?
Oh, yeah. Russ Durham, Eli Hall,
Maybe letting Dipper do it for me was a mistake. Gideon deserves an honest breakup.
Danny Feldman, Mark Epstein. I'm not sure I ever actually broke up with him. No wonder he keeps calling me.
Sing Jeffrey.
Yeah. Make sure.
What the heck?
My tie, give it back.
Ha! Not so powerful without this, are you?
Oh. Use the magic.
Listen, Gideon, it's over. I will never, ever date you.
Yeah!
No.
The entire Pines family have invoked my fury. You will all pay recompense for your transgressions.
What, you got like a word-a-day calendar or something?
Sorry, Stan, I have to side with Gideon on this one.
Aww.
Hey, what are you gonna do without your precious amulet? Oh, you'll see, boy. You'll see.
Oh, he's got more up his...
How about now?
Almost. And there.
Let's do this.
Cool. Does that actually work?
It might. In some way. You live your best life, Suze.
You're all fired.
Ah, young love. Young love.
There's a lot of that on the show.
I remember experiencing none of that when I was younger. Didn't have young love. I think I did date someone, but nothing ever. Is that thing like, will you be my girlfriend? We didn't even like hold hands.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And you didn't do things together over long swaths of time.
Yeah, in fact, I heavily ignored the shit out of her.
But that's a surefire sign to them that you liked her. You know?
I don't remember calling it off.
Oh yeah.
We might still be
so
together.
married. That's right. You're probably married by now. You should check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting stuff. It seems like this was a setup for him to return.
It certainly seemed like that by the end of it, yeah.
Because, there are funny bits in here, for sure. There are bits that definitely got to me. But when you had a setup like this, I was a little bit let down by how it progressed. I had high hopes walking into this one, guys. Big expectations. All you guys raved about it.
This 20-minute kids animated show.
Yeah.
Better trounce every other drama I've watched this week.
Watch promos and trailers for this. It was because I thought it had cool setups. You know, you have Stan with this competitor, and I liked the bit. Like, the bits worked for me, but I think this show works best when it's kind of complemented by the actual immediate plot at hand. That I thought would go more extreme, I don't know about extreme, but just do a little bit more with what they were doing. Like, I like the escalating bits of just how elaborate Gideon has, just access to the most insane things for over-romanticism, and it's, cheesy, corny, obnoxious. I enjoyed that stuff. And I liked Stan becoming Team Gideon halfway through. Yeah. Those little moments were really fun, and I like where they teetered on with Gideon's obsession. It was more that I thought they could have done more with I thought they would have had more fun with the whole Gideon versus Stan. And then, they're teasing the amulet that he has and the powers that he can do. They're teasing a lot, and this show pretty much has been funny setup concepts and then have the mystical supernatural angle to it. And they had something really neat that I thought they were going to do something more with, but all I did was kind of move some stuff around.
Yeah, I thought you would see a greater breadth of mystical magic power and the true sinister potential that Gideon has to unleash havoc upon the town.
Yeah, and what makes him truly appealing, or what's he has a whole book of things that he can actually pull from. So I thought they might do a little bit more of that, or his antagonistic side towards Dipper as that happened. It just seemed like they were changing plots, introducing stuff, but it sort of just became a thing without magic. So it kind of was just a predictable beat of how things would go with them. And I wish I found myself going, oh, I thought you guys would. I really kept feeling like there would be more to this. There would be more to, oh, he's against Dipper. Oh, he has magic. It just kind of didn't do much. So I feel like when he does come back, that's when this will be rewarding. But for this episode, it's the only one I walked away from going, I really just kept feeling like they should have done almost everything they were doing. I felt like they could have done more plot-wise. But I mean, if the main thing is you're here to show up to laugh at some bits, I mean, yeah, there are some really funny bits throughout this whole episode from beginning to end. There's no denying that. But I do crave that a little bit of extra nuance, which makes the comedy and really shine.
Yeah, I'm curious to see as we progress further how the show sort of does its thing, because this definitely did feel like the setup to something that I'm not sure when we'll see later, but I just imagine we will at some point see him recurring at some point. Sure. And so, yeah, I was like, you can't go to the full extent of that, but even so, I feel like you could have done, like, it seemed, quite straightforward, especially once you get to the true reveal. And I feel like we said this last week was sort of, I appreciate the commitment to certain elements of the storyline that they've chosen, but I think that in this case, and to a certain extent in previous episodes, like, yeah, if there was a slightly different balance of that, like, bonkers quality, like, you know, there's so many really cool and fun and mysterious elements, or like little nods to things like when they go to the club and it's out of Twin Peaks, or just, you know, the different potential for creatures and characters, and like there's always this sort of fun and, you know, cryptid crawling, you know, eerie sort of life that's always around them. And so I guess there's always an expectation then for things to get like truly out there and stuff like that. And yeah, like for the magical amulet, it seemed like it was just pretty much like levitation.
Yeah, just move some stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought it was gonna reveal something like he uses stuff to manipulate people into liking him or being subservient to him in some way,
or something about his, you know, telepathy act is more sinister than it appears at first. Like, you know, I in one breath appreciate the quirkiness of like his dad, who he lives with, I guess, is just like super friendly and good natured, and he is feigning that flavor and is super entitled and stuff like that. But even that, like, you know, there could be a reveal later, but even that was just like more straightforward than I was expecting. Like, oh, okay, I guess this dad is just sort of oblivious, and Gideon does what he wants. But yeah. And I guess I'm fascinated too, because I know this show is aimed at slightly, again, like tweens and young teenagers, so I feel like there are slightly more elevated or more verging on teen or adult theme, because, you know, it's like people are always trying to date Mabel, and this time I know we were going back and forth of like, is this character supposed to be a kid? And
because he was Stan's competition too, and I thought it was just a little person.
I thought it was just I thought it was just a cartoony portrayal of like a highway preacher. And so in a breath, I'm like, I appreciate that we can do these more like, you know, for somebody in this age bracket, if you're a girl watching the show, you know, like, you'll probably have to deal with the boy who's kind of obsessed with you at some point in time. But I find it interesting.
And if you haven't, I'm sorry, because it's great.
It's the best. You should be flattered.
I've heard too, when you're an adult, it's even better.
Oh, definitely.
When you're like a woman on the internet, it gets so much better.
It gets so much better. And dudes, never give up, all right? Just persistence wears down resistance.
And they send you pictures before even sending you messages with words in them. So yeah, it just gets better from there.
Gideon playbook. But it's funny, in this context, my initial response to that is sort of like, I'm almost a little creeped by the way so many people are like leering on Mabel, but at the same time, it's like an actual facet of life that's kind of creepy. So,
and Gravity Falls is about portraying life.
That's right, and the creepiness therein, but through complex allegorical applications of magic mumbo jumbo and real life interpersonal conflict.
Yeah, it seems like what they've done with him, it's setting up something bigger to come.
Yeah,
or something more rewarding, or more that goes truly bonkers.
Yeah,
like the show starts off with something pretty big. You know, like a date with, is it a zombie investigating it, then it becomes gnomes, and then the gnomes turn into like a megazord of, is that like it really goes there. And then they introduce other concepts in the other ones that I thought weren't as, and I like the second episode a lot because it had like the uncovering of a you know, what's the terminology for things like that? Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot.
Yeah, it was it's some made up.
No, but what's the category of that?
Oh, like a big old sea monster.
Yeah, well, like people Bigfoot in that.
Oh, cryptozoological.
Cryptocurrency.
Cryptids, yeah.
Cryptids. So yeah, like having that in there, and then but it was also really backed with the Stan, seeing that he really cares about them, and, and the third episode had that murder mystery element.
wax figures.
Yeah, and then the wax figures coming to life, you know, like that stuff's cool, and then it has like the melting and stuff, and then here it was like, I feel like I've seen this thing in other sitcoms and stuff before, other shows, and everything. It didn't feel like pure Gravity Falls. Not that I know this show. It's on the fourth fucking episode, so I don't know this show. I'm just saying that there was a thing over here that was like, after seeing 3 episodes so far, I'm already under the impression that they would have done more.
Yeah, I was expecting something a bit kookier, and this was a little more straightforward than I had expected. But it's still fun.
Yeah, I mean, when it's just aiming to be a comedy, like that works.
Yeah,
you know.
absolutely.
But I think what probably makes this show special for a lot of people, and for what stands out to me, is that it's not just funny. That there's a little bit more additional stuff, whether that's at the forefront or more subconscious. You know,
there's like the actual heart, but then when they want to go into being like eerie sci-fi horror or something, they commit a bit more than your average like kids cartoon would.
Yeah. But I do. I mean, I like satire of narcissism a lot.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan of that. So like him, instead of turning around stroking a cat, he's like stroking a little doll of him. So like that's really funny to me.
And I mean, that's one of my I feel like there are things in animation, everybody has some kind of weird animation tick that particularly tickles them, and that's one for me. Of like, anytime a character has a miniature version of themselves, I get an especially large kick out of that. And 2, I mean, the voice acting, I thought for Gideon especially was appropriately like icky but amusing.
Yeah.
It's so treacly.
All right, guys, we're quitting the show now.
Done. So.
I know what happens when you're not a big fan of an episode. People go, fine, unsubscribing. You don't like what I like.
Unanimous praise.
Unanimous praise all around till the final episode where you let it all out, because I don't need to keep you guys watching.
So always approach every positive review with suspicion.
Up until we're at the finale.
You'll know all. All will be revealed.
All right, guys, thanks so much for being here still. Subscribe, click that bell, hit that like button, and we'll catch you guys soon.